Everybody, and welcome to another edition of Tarot Tuesday. It is, of course, a fabulous Tuesday. I hope you guys went and allowed your voice to be heard today. I hope you went out to vote. Very important to vote. Anywho, I am, of course, the fabulous Leo Brown, and this is, of course, Tarot Tuesday. So let's get into it, y'all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and I hope everything is coming up hunky-dory for you. And if it's not, just look at my smile. Anyway, okay, so last week, to recap, we were on the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups dealt with more so disillusion or discontentment in regards to relationships, but also a self-acceptance of just saying, you know what, I've accepted my situation for what it is in regards to relationships, money, career, family, in regards to whatever. So that's what the Four of Cups was about. And also overall emotional dissatisfaction. Now, the Five of Cups is more so about, really getting kind of deep down into emotional issues. And actually, as you go deeper into the cups, the number card of the cups, you get deeper into emotional issues, into emotional things that you may or may not have paid attention to before. So with the Five of Cups in the upright position, this card this interpretation of this card, because every card is different and every interpretation, well, not every card is different. Every interpretation of a card is different. So in regards to this particular number card, this card basically deals with depression, pessimism. You may feel trapped. You may feel like creatively you're being blocked. You may feel like, you know what, when it comes to relationships, you just see discontentment, things like that. So let me give you some examples. So we'll go with relationships first, because I always get those questions. I always get, well, where's my man? Where's my soulmate? Where's the person of my dreams? When are they coming into my life? So say you come to me or you go to another reader. It doesn't matter. Or you read for yourself. And say you get this card. This card comes up to you and it comes to you and it's upright. Right? Say you get this card. And this card basically says, okay, you say you want a relationship, but why aren't you open to it on the emotional level? Why do you have this outlook of, okay, I want a relationship, but men ain't shit, or women ain't shit, or I'm gonna get cheated on, or I'm gonna be scorned. Okay, so basically you pretty much have a pessimistic view of relationships, which is creating an emotional block for you to meet someone that is worth your time. Or you meet people, but they're really crap. They're really all the things that you expect them to be. So the Five of Cups basically deals with that. It basically tells you to either work on your issues or they're going to work on you. Now, in regards to, let's say, money and career. So let's say you've been working at this job for, I would say 6 months to a year, maybe, or 2 years plus. We'll go with that. So 2 years plus you've been working at this job. And, granted, in the beginning, you loved it. It was everything. The money's good. But now that you've been working there for over 2 years, you feel trapped. Now you feel like, you know what? I'm not growing. I'm not moving. There's a promotion coming up, but you're just like, you've convinced yourself it's never going to happen. I'm never going to grow. I'm never going to move forward. So basically, you're emotionally blocking yourself to having better money, better security, and a better job. That's what the Five of Cups is about in regards to money and career. So it basically tells you to really don't look at the glass as half empty. Look at it as half full. Because it basically tells you, like, look, adjust your attitude, adjust your emotional attitude, and things will start to maybe fall into place. Now, in regards to physical and emotional health, I'm going to focus on emotional health first. So, say you get the Five of Cups and you get it upright, and it's in regards to your emotional health. You want to know, you come to a reader, you go to me, or you read for yourself, and you're like, I really want to know, how am I doing? I'm in therapy. I'm working on my issues. I'm working on my abandonment stuff. I'm doing my Jan Van Zant forgiveness classes. I'm taking the breaths. I'm doing Deepak Chopra. I'm just doing it and doing it and doing it, but I'm not getting anywhere. Well, the Five of Cups could basically tell you, like, look, you're growing, yes, but look at your attitude, look at your view. You're viewing your growth as so hard. You're viewing your growth as like, oh my God, this is just too much. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with my mother issues and my father issues and my abandonment issues and da da da. I don't want to deal with anything. I just want to, get it done. I want it to be quick and over and you know. And because of that, you may feel bogged down or trapped by your emotional baggage. Because also, the Suit of Cups is about not only emotions from a more internal source from here, but also emotional baggage, and things that we tend to wear on ourselves, including myself. So the Five of Cups could basically be telling you, like, look, you're going through it, you're doing the right things, but look at the way you view it. Look at the way you are internalizing your stuff. Instead of you letting it go, you're keeping it down. You're keeping it inward, which is making you feel more trapped and more bogged down, which is causing depression, a pessimistic attitude, um, and you're allowing your, like, you're seeing more, how can I put it? You're seeing more negatives than positives. Okay? Now, when it comes to, we'll go with it from a more spiritual perspective because we went to a more emotional health. So let's go with more a spiritual perspective. So let's say spiritually, you've grown, you've done the evolution, you feel good, you've lost weight, everything is great, you feel glowing. But you just can't help but see everything from a half empty kind of point of view. You question everything. And if you always question things, it's a negative question. It's not something that is neutral. So the Five of Cups also talks about that too, about how you may see more negatives in your life than positives. Okay, so in regards to spiritual growth, excuse me, it could mean that spiritually you are growing, but you're looking at the more, oh my God, I have so much work to do still. I've got, so much issues going on, and oh, all my life I had to fight. Like you're looking backwards instead of forwards, basically. And you're looking at the work instead of the end result. Now, I think I've covered every base in regards to the Five of Cups in the upright position. I'm going to show the picture one more time. Bam. There we go. And I actually call this card the Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk card because that's really what it's about. Like, you can't go back and change patterns of the past. You can't. No one can. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how much we wish we could go back and change stuff, can't do it. It ain't gonna happen. So you might as well get used to the idea of, okay, yeah, you got some baggage. And you can either work on it or you can allow it to work on you. Okay, so let's go with the Five of Cups in reverse. Let's talk about that. So let's say you get this card in the reverse segment or in a reverse way. Now, you get the card in reverse, and it pretty much means, of course, the exact opposite, where you've accepted stuff for what it is. You see opportunities, but you know that they won't necessarily be easy to get to. You know that emotional growth will be difficult, but you're willing to do the work. Um, you have a pessimistic attitude, but it's not as bad, and you don't feel as emotionally blocked as you have, in the past. You have some blockages, but they're not as bad as you would make them out to be. You're not internalizing them like you would. So it's more about internal wisdom and also emotional growth. Now, so let's just go with a real life scenario. Say you're dating somebody and it's wonderful and you're having a great time and you've been dating this person for about 6 months. And you realize, you know what? I don't like everything about you. I never have. Your feet stink. You eat cookies in the bed. When we having sex, you don't really do the things you need to do. You don't get all freaking dicky with it. But the Five of Cups in reverse in regards to relationships, and that's why I'm saying this, it basically tells you that you've learned to accept things within that person that you can't change. Not that you just like, oh, well, it's just more like, you know what? They are who they are. It's about self-acceptance. But also, even within yourself, you realize that, you know what? Maybe we're not as compatible as I thought we were, but that's okay. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us work, pretty much. Now, in regards to career and finances, it could mean that, right now, you don't feel so bogged down. You don't feel so trapped in your job. You're actually happy with your job, but you're kind of like, I'm not gonna be here forever. Like it's almost like you're waiting on the opportunity, the door to open for you to come out. But you're not looking at it from a pessimistic point of view. You're actually looking forward to the day and time when it's like, okay, I can get up and leave and move on to something bigger and better and brighter for myself regarding money and career. Also, sorry, y'all, my beard is growing and it's itchy. Anyway, also, in regards to money, it can mean that you look at money from a different perspective. You don't see money as oh my God, I'm slave into the money. I work just to work. I'm working for just a paycheck and that's it. You don't see it that way. You see it as, you know what? I make money. I do pretty well with it. And and it's afforded me a lot of things that I would have never had. So now you don't take things for granted. You see more positives in your life besides negatives. So the Five of Cups in reverse actually means that you look at things from a brighter perspective, that you're not crying over spilled milk. You're kind of going, you know what, I can't change the past, but I can definitely change my future. And that's one thing I want to say. With any form of divination, tarot, runes, numerology, Ouija boards, it does not matter. Nothing is set in stone. If it were, I'd be very rich. And I often say this, I'd be very rich and very thin. I am neither one of those things. Trust me. I look at myself naked enough to know. Okay? So I say all that to say that you can change your life at any given moment in time. Even if you got a reading from me or anybody else and say they said, well, you're going to meet your man in the next 3 to 6 months. And say 3 to 6 months, you just give up. You're like, fuck it. I don't want to meet nobody. I don't feel like being with me. Or you don't give up on men, but you stop dating and you work on you in a more positive light. So, 3 to 6 months passes by and you're like, well, wait a minute. I never met anybody. You chose not to. You are the controller of your life. This is your life. The only thing that I can do and anybody else who does my kind of work, all we can do is be a guide and tell you, well, here's what I would suggest. Here's what I would do. Here's what I see that you may not be paying attention to. That's all we do. That's really it. But and don't get me wrong, some of us do make predictions. I make predictions, but I would never say that I'm 100% accurate. Anyway, I'm going on a whole other rant, but I wanted to say that. But anyway, with the Five of Cups in reverse, it pretty much means that you're seeing things from a different perspective. You're not crying over the past. You're looking forward to your future. And you know that, yes, there's going to be some lumps and bumps in the road, but they're going to be worth it in the long run because you're going to learn and grow and have a thicker emotional skin than before. So, that, my ladies and gentlemen, was the Five of Cups. And next week, I'll be back with the Six of Cups. And once again, this was me, of course, the fabulous Leo Brown. I hope you guys have enjoyed my interpretation of the Five of Cups. And my interpretation of the cards in general. Let me know. Share the video, like the video, rate it, comment, and of course, subscribe, please. I really do read every comment. I read everything you guys put, even if it's something negative. I still read it. And I even take the time to respond to it. So I thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me, and I will be back very, very soon. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you soon. Okay? Bye-bye.